Welcome to our YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraqi Dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comment section. Good luck! Now, let's proceed with the latest Iraqi Dinar news and intel today. Please take these pieces of information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. Welcome back, fam. It's been a busy week in the dinar world, and we've got some major developments to talk about. Iraq and Erbil may finally be on the verge of a deal that's been decades in the making. The WTO just got a huge update on Iraq's progress. Oliver Wyman pushed back a critical deadline, but not for the reason you might think. And yes, chatter about the lower denominations is heating up again. These aren't rumors. These are the kind of moves that shift the conversation from someday to right now. Before we get into it, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. Because at the end of today's update, I'll be giving you my own final analysis, tying all of this together and laying out what I think it really means for the RVRI. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for that breakdown. All right, let's get into the updates. From Intel Guru Bruce via Wiser Now. So here's where we stand now. They are still doing things to get the funding ready for currency holders. That's us. That's Tier 4, A and B currency holders. It's going to take a little bit more time. What I'm getting is projecting us to be notified to get started around 29th or 30th of this month of August. From Newshound Intel Guru Mountain Goat article, Baghdad and Erbil on the verge of a historic agreement. Oil, salaries, and non-oil revenues are close to being resolved. From Intel Guru Frank 26, Oliver Wyman has extended the deadline from August 31st to the 28th of September concerning banks' liquidity. Many will say, oh no, this is the end of the world, bad news, terrible, they didn't do what they were supposed to do again. In my opinion, this is actually very, very good. Donald Trump is not playing any more games with anyone, especially with the monetary reform of Iraq. If Soudani and the CBI had not pleased Donald Trump enough to the point where he would say, forget about it, we're shutting it all down. That's what would have happened. Instead, you have an extension by Oliver Wyman and Trump. He says you're going in the right direction with the monetary reform. You are pleasing me. If they weren't, this deadline would not have been extended. From Newshound Guru Militiaman article, quote, Ministry of Commerce discusses developments regarding Iraq's accession to the World Trade Organization with the British Embassy. I think the British Embassy has an interest in Iraq. Why? Weren't they part of the coalition forces? Don't they have dinar? I think they do. What about the United States Treasury? Do you think they have some? I think they do. I think they have a lot. I think both of them do. Why would the World Trade Organization be barking up the alley? Because of the massive amount of trade that's going to go through Iraq. I think they are waiting for what we are. From Newshound, Intel Guru, FNULNU, Iraq is not currently subject to comprehensive U.S. sanctions as a country. Most broad U.S. sanctions imposed after the Kuwait invasion in 1990 were lifted years ago. However, the United States does maintain targeted sanctions against specific individuals and entities associated with the former Saddam Hussein regime and others who are seen as undermining Iraq's stability or threatening its peace. These measures include asset freezes and restrictions on certain financial transactions. From newshound guru Sandy Ingram, there are news reports all over the internet, in the international feed, except from Washington, D.C., that U.S. troops will be leaving Iraq in September. However, the Pentagon doesn't know anything about it and has said they have no plans to leave Iraq in September 2025. Newspapers from all over the world are reporting this, but the Pentagon says they don't know anything about it. From Guru Nader from the Mideast, question: when will the lower denominations drop? When the CBI make a decision? Nobody knows that. They're there, but they're not out. Whenever they make decision to get them out, they will drop them. They will just drop them. From Intel Guru Frank 26, article: the central bank is exploring the possibility of opening branches of Turkish banks in Nineveh Governorate. CBI prepares everywhere. From Newshound Guru Pimpy, article: the last U.S. soldier will leave Ain al-Assad base in mid-September. About a year ago, they said they were going to extend their stay over in Iraq for about a year. This shouldn't be surprising anybody. The bigger question is, will Iraq be able to take care of themselves? The last thing you want to see happen is once the United States leaves, this somehow opens up a vacuum that allows terrorists back in there. Cross your fingers and hope nothing happens that sets Iraq back. From Intel Guru Mark Z via PDK, article: Iraq is in an advanced position to join the World Trade Organization. This is suddenly back on the table, and we know they have completed everything and just waiting for the full ascension. The timing, along with everything else happening, seems very scripted to me. Things coming together all at once. Before ending with few more updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is regime. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Newshound Guru Claire, article: Al-Ghuriri, Iraq is now in an advanced position to join the World Trade Organization. Quote, Minister of Trade Athir Al-Ghuriri announced Iraq has completed all the technical files required to join the World Trade Organization after a negotiation process that extended for more than 20 years, during which Iraq faced many challenges and delays. From Newshound Guru Militiaman, I've been involved in this for almost 10 years. A lot of people know me, they know I have integrity, and I give my honest opinion. I don't play games with it, I'm serious about it, I'm invested in it, and I believe in it. Why? Because I know what I own. Real value's coming back. I believe Iraq is going to have real money. I think it's going to have international trade. I think it's going to be placed on the Forex system. If you don't know what you own, you're going to be missing out. By knowing what you own, you'll be able to make good decisions in the future. And finally, the last update is from Newshound/Intel Guru FNULNU. Article: Reuters. Hundreds of troops are scheduled to leave Iraq by September 2025, with the remaining forces set to depart by the end of 2026. This shift marks a significant change in the U.S. engagement, moving from direct combat roles to advisory and security partnership arrangements. Just as I told you months ago, the United States has too much invested in Iraq to just pull out. This isn't Biden in Afghanistan. We will remain in Iraq until the end of 2026. We will never completely leave Iraq, and it will be another year and a half before the last troops leave. Therefore, another year and a half until the currency will revalue. Before I dive into my analysis, let me just say this. If you've been following this RVRI journey, now is the time to hit that subscribe button. Things are heating up fast, and when Iraq finally makes its move, you're going to want to be ahead of the story, not scrambling to catch up. Stick with me until the end of this video too, because I'll be laying out why, in my opinion, we're closer than ever to seeing this thing through. Alright, let's break it down. First, Mountain Goat's update about Baghdad and Erbil being on the verge of a historic agreement. This is not hype, it's factual. Iraq's oil ministry and the KRG are finalizing a mechanism that covers oil exports, salaries, and even non-oil revenues. This is massive because the suspension of exports since March 2023 cost Iraq billions in lost revenue. If this deal holds, that revenue stream stabilizes the budget, builds investor confidence, and strengthens the dinar's backing. Yes, it's not the full hydrocarbon law yet, but it's a bridge deal that shows compromise is possible when money is on the line. That's momentum, and momentum matters in this process. Now let's look at Frank 26's point about Oliver Wyman extending the banking liquidity deadline. A lot of people hear extension and panic, but think about it. If Soudani and the CBI weren't making real progress, that door would have been slammed shut. Instead, they got until September 28th. That means Washington, the IMF, and Oliver Wyman see progress and want it finished correctly. In my view, this isn't delay. It's validation that Iraq is still moving in the right direction with its monetary reform. Then we've got Claire's update, and this one's a big deal. Iraq has now completed all the technical files required for WTO accession. After more than 20 years of back and forth, that's no small feat. Minister Athir al-Ghurairi confirmed it himself. These files cover customs frameworks, agricultural data, technical trade barriers, all the paperwork the WTO demands. But here's the key. WTO membership doesn't mix with a permanently undervalued currency. If Iraq is really serious about joining, the dinar has to reflect its real value, not just sit pegged at a program rate. Now, let's be clear. Full WTO accession is still a process. They've got to negotiate market access, harmonize laws, and go through more committee rounds. Countries like Timor-Leste took 7 years, Comoros took 17. Iraq's not jumping in overnight, but completing the technical files means they've hit a milestone they couldn't even reach for 2 decades. That's progress that sets the stage for integration. And that brings me to FNU-LNU's take that no RV until U.S. troops are fully out in 2026. Look, I've got to push back on that. Reuters confirmed hundreds of U.S. troops will leave by September 2025, with the rest by end of 2026. But here's the reality. Currency reform is not tied to troop headcounts. Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, even Japan have had strong currencies while U.S. troops were present. The real levers here are reserves, IMF compliance, closing the market gap, and banking reforms, not whether 5,000 soldiers are still advising in Iraq. In fact, Iraq may actually want to push the RVRI before 2026 while the U.S. still has oversight to stabilize the transition and to give Soudani political capital before elections. To say nothing until 2026 ignores the facts on the ground. So here's my final take. Iraq is checking off major boxes one by one. They're stabilizing oil revenues with Baghdad Erbil deals, extending reform deadlines because progress is real, completing WTO technical files after 20 years of delays, and tightening banking reforms under Oliver Wyman's watch. All of that points to execution, not infancy. In my opinion, every move Iraq has made signals they are preparing to increase the value of the dinar, and Soudani knows he's got to get this done before his term ends if he wants to cement his legacy. We're not years away anymore. We are, in my view, in the final stretch, and that's my analysis. Moreover, we posted a breaking analysis video the other day. Iraq just made a major move toward joining the World Trade Organization by completing comprehensive technical responses, an essential step that signals a shift toward full international integration. While this might seem like a routine headline, it's actually one of the strongest signs that Iraq could be preparing to move off the program rate and take the dinar global. In this video, I'll break down how this development ties directly into the RVRI process, how it connects with IMF Article of 8 compliance, and why this moment could indicate the beginning of the end for the 1300 rate. If you've been watching for the clues and waiting for confirmation that Iraq is ready, this is the update you don't want to overlook. Most people will miss the significance until it's too late. Please go ahead and check it out by clicking on the link on the top right of this video, as you don't want to miss this. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next video. Bye!